If you're over 50 and you're considering a downsize, you're not going to want to do it until you watch this video. When considering that you want to downsize, resize, change your life, you're trying to decide, will my next home be my last forever home? That's kind of a big question, where you're going from what's familiar and how you live to really considering what is the next chapter going to look like. I'm like you. I live in a big house and there's rooms that we're not even using anymore. Come check this one out with me. Okay, here's the truth. This is a great example. It was one of my girls' room, and it's kind of full of a lot of stuff. It's become a catch-all room, and just like many people 50 and older, we occupy less than half of our home. So it's so important to begin the process, right? Start decluttering so that we can move out. So if you're going through a similar process, trying to decide what your next move is, I want to encourage you, what are your non-negotiables? As you consider this next chapter, this next move, what are your non-negotiables? I know for me, I gotta live in a neighborhood. I love my neighbors. I need that connection. I like the idea that they keep an eye on me. Being in a safe area is really important to me. Looking forward to single level living will be important. So be thinking about what is the list of non-negotiables for you and what's going to work best. The other thing to consider is, what is your home burden? And by that, I mean, what is your overhead to run the show here, right? When we're sitting on a big lot, the cost of water has gone up, the yard maintenance is expensive, the improvements that need to be made because the home is getting older and older is really considering, what does it really cost me to stay here? We get comfortable in what we're spending every single year, but what does it really cost? Safety and readiness, home evaluation, who would have thought? But really bringing somebody in, going through a worksheet that says, is my home safe for me to live in going forward? Is it ready in the event of an emergency? For an example, a fall in the shower. Is the surface slick? Do I need handrails on my stairwell? I don't have them throughout my home. This sort of evaluation will be an important step to decide, is it time to stay or go, or make those improvements to your home. Mapping out your housing options. You've lived in your home all these years, so how do you even know what exists out there, right? There's so many new options for us available. Catalyst Homes off of 40th and Summit View, between Summit View and Fruitvale. Beautiful homes, lock and leave lifestyle. That's a relatively new development. Is that the right lifestyle for you? Is a condo the right move? Do you want to be on the east side of town, west side of town, central? Is it important to be close walking distance to a pharmacy or the doctor or a grocery store? These are all things to consider when you're making that next move. Here's a fun exercise, and it really is rating what your transition options are on a scale of 1 to 10. Is it going to be a condo? Is it going to be a smaller home? Is it going to be a gated community? Does it need to be on a single level? How big do I really want? What are the amenities that I'm looking for? Write down each one of these different features in your next home, the type of home you want, and then do a deeper dive. If you decide to do condo living, where do you want that condo? Downtown? Do you want to be clear on the east side of town, west side of town? Do you want stairs? Do you want an elevator? Do you want a community space? Like, really dive down deep into each one of these options. If it's a smaller home, again, what is the location going to be? How much square footage? How will my furniture fit in there? So take a minute, create the list, and then give it a scale of 1 to 10 on what's important. And I want to encourage you in this exercise to really write down each of those different housing options, as opposed to being quick to say, I would never live in a condo, because you might surprise yourself. There might be some features within these other housing options you hadn't considered before. Take the time to consider each one of these questions as you make a clear picture, a clear strategy on what you want to do in your next move. I want to tell you a story. My sweet friend Dennis, he's a recent widow, lost his wife a couple years ago now. They lived in that house for 40 years, and they had every single thing imaginable. 5 sets of china, 3 living rooms full of furniture, artwork coming out of their ears, clothing, seasonal stuff. I mean, just so much stuff. A huge yard, beautiful view, huge yard, swimming pool. I don't even know what the landscape bill was. But the idea of going it alone for Dennis was really overwhelming. And we were able to bring in a team of people to help him navigate making this next transition. He had always had his wife, and his kids. And now here he was making a big decision to move out. When I met with him, we went through each one of these steps, and lo and behold, he decided on a condo in the middle of town, which is so very far from where he used to live. So he left a neighborhood where he knew everybody, but he knew he needed a home that was on a single level, much less maintenance. He's really embracing that it's a community now in this condo development. He's on a single level. They do activities. He can walk to the grocery store. He can walk all the way through his neighborhood. It has a big clubhouse. They take care of the pool. They take care of the sports court. It was such an important decision to leave. I will share with you, there were a lot of tears. There were a lot of sleepless nights. It was him calling at 6 a.m, having anxiety about, am I making the right decision? And it's really, once you go through this exercise, answer each one of these questions, it's really going to help support you as you begin to waffle and, am I making the right decision? Is this a big mistake? It will help you get back on track so that you're able to execute on the next move that you know in your heart it's time to do. If you're anything like me, you've probably forgotten half of what I had to say, but you knew some of it was really good. I've created a step-by-step guide that will walk you through what the transition questions are, what to consider, and the rating scale. I really believe this guide will help you make decisions about what's the next move that's going to work for your future. The transition checklist can be found in the description below.